It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've gone a full half season since their last. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Eagles at 11-1 now on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
On third down, Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Nixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So that drive 7 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments thrown across his body and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. To return is Roberts. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 173 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now the Washington offense heading out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game? Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here now Roberts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taken down at the 42. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now. Bernard. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught. It's Malone. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Patriots out in front at halftime. Brett Favre, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we're off to check out another game. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture of the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 83 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there.
his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Ready? They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there, set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right?
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And out now come the Eagles.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On first down, Bernard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Up the middle they go. Bernard, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. On third down, Bernard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, break.
They'll try and run for it. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Washington offense going back to work. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win.
And now here is another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp, but now...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and